Let's talk about it. Spiritual diarrhea. Okay, this is going to be one to the last video, because the next video after this, I'm going to bring you the revelation to all this spiritual shit that I have shared with you today. Okay, and the diarrhea. Okay, as we already know, well, we have diarrhea physically in the natural realm, right? In the natural sense. Okay, it's uncontrolled release of content. Okay, release of your bodily fluids. Okay, but in the spiritual, it is the uncontrolled release of spiritual information or knowledge, okay, or life lessons that you may go through, okay, that is released before you can even properly understand or process. Nothing, you didn't take anything. You ever hear them say one goes one ear and out the other? You haven't spiritually properly processed the information, okay? And this is the kind of person, okay? You can tell this kind of person. I just ate something, so hopefully I ain't got nothing on my face. But releasing, but never integrating. Every emotion becomes public, okay? For those that are quote unquote spiritual, every little tidbit that they get becomes a sermon. They got to teach it. They never point inward, right? To them, they never grasp the meat of what Spirit is trying to say to them, okay? If you're wounded, if you're hurt, everybody has to know, okay? There's trouble in your relationship. Everybody got to know about it, okay? Every kind of thought you get, every kind of whatever, like I said, becomes, it's just nothing. It's a prophecy. You look up in the sky and you got a revelation and you're not really in tune, okay? You're not digesting, you're not discerning, you're not refining anything. And baby, when you walk this walk of life or spirituality, you have to be able to digest some things. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? A revelation received that you may get today may take 2 to 3 years. Some people fail because they get a revelation and they go buy the car when it wasn't time for it. It wasn't meant for you. Then you lose the car. It comes repo. Then you blaming God. Okay? Man, it's funny, but it's not funny because some people get this and some people just don't, because nobody never taught them how to do it. But for those that know but still continue to do it, think they can manipulate spirit, that's the joke, because the joke's on you. You feel what I'm saying? You continue to act like you know everything and walk around here hurting people, harming people, misguiding people, and you know yourself that you're not mature enough. Okay? All right? You have spiritual diarrhea yourself. Oversharing, bleeding on other people, dumping on other people emotionally, okay? Venting, gotta vent, but you can't, but you don't never learn how to sit within yourself, how to pray, how to breathe through it, okay? You're chaotic spiritually, okay? Jumping from one teaching to the next teaching, to the next tarot card reading, to the next tarot card reading. One minute you're Shamama Hukase, and the next day you're Shaloma's John Vente, and the next day you're Bob, and the next day you're Susan, and the next day you're Jaquinta. You feel what I'm saying? Next minute you're Indian, the next minute you just everywhere. And that is called emotional insanity. That is not spiritual growth. Okay, and I'm going to go do a video on emotional insanity because that stuff just needs to be out there because I see it a lot. Okay, all right. It's premature releasing what spirit is trying to get you to hold, to understand, because you haven't processed it yet. Okay, all right. You know how when you have healthy bowels, spiritual bowels, I will say in this context. Okay, you receive, you digest, you know what to take, and you know what to release. Okay, all right. Too much holding, we already know, creates constipation. Okay, then we have diverticulosis, which I just put colitis, which I put a video up about that. Then you have defecation, what proper and improper defecation is. Okay, all right. Okay, releasing everything immediately. It's just you just dumping back out what spirit has for you to understand. Okay, and many people are doing it. Many people are getting tidbits of knowledge and they think it's time for you to throw on your camera instead of actually going down a rabbit hole, actually seeking, actually sitting with spirit. Okay, things happen to you in life, and instead of you take offense of it instead of actually processing. Okay, you jump to conclusion. Okay, you got diarrhea. Okay, and it is time that people heal and that people function properly. Okay, as above, so below, as within, so without. Okay, I'm gonna come back with another video, but I'm gonna finish eating my food, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of bring this to a head for you. But here it goes. Many of you know me, many of you don't. Many of you might get with me, many of you won't. That is your business. Grace and peace.